All right. Best crypto technical analysis. Hold on. I gotta learn how to spell. How's everybody doing today? Just waiting for people to jump into the stream. All right. Let's pop out that chat just so I can see it all the time. See what's popping. Okay. Good day. I'm up $700 on the day, waking up to a $700 come up. How would that happen? What's going on? Would you like to do that as well? Well, that's why you're here. Amazing. Thank you for joining. We have a wonderful day and a lot of awesome stuff planned for you. And let's get into the day, shall we? We have Bitcoin technical analysis going on to begin the day. First thing we want to look at is Bitcoin. Okay. What is big Bitcoin doing? Okay, so Bitcoin broke out of this range. They wicked us down, trying to get everyone else who had a stop loss in this area, because that's where you would have put a stop, right? They knew people were playing tight to the bone. And boom, it broke out, retested, broke out again. Now hitting this level of resistance here that you can see. Resistance. So strong resistance at 10,377. We hit it here. We kind of hit it in this region here. So it's kind of a range area, 10,370 to 10,400 area. But remember, 10,400 is a big area, right? It's something that we all watch. I'm looking at the ADXDI, and you can definitely see that the red line is coming across the green line. Oh, the green line is coming across the red line. So that's a good indication, right? When the red line crosses, we're going down. When the green line crosses, we're going up. I'm doing a tutorial on the ADXDI. Learned it from Crypto Crew University just recently, but it's an awesome tool to add to the arsenal, and I really like it. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so the trade of the day. So we were flat yesterday, okay? It was kind of like you had to get lucky to make it, right? Like we picked as many coins as we could, but I didn't have enough firepower to pick every single coin. FET did come up hard, but got sold back down 8.5 cents. Let's get our template on here. Our teaching template here. Now, the big winner in my crew here is AMB, okay? Did it have news? What was going on with it? Ambrosis, right? AMB coin. And that was a nice come up. If you bought the aggressive buy at the bottom of the trend line, 49% gains coming out of AMB, breaking out of this falling wedge that it was in, kind of sideways action. Small bull flag with the poll. Good morning, boss. Have a nice day. Thank you so much, Joseph. How's everyone doing? How you feeling? But we are oversold here now on Ambrosis, so definitely wouldn't want to be touching that. The daily's still looking strong though. A lot of these coins have a big daily cross coming. I just need to point that out. So be patient. If your coin didn't pop, something didn't happen yet, be patient. Be very patient. So these are bullish Hartleys, honestly, or Gartleys, bullish Gartleys. You can see they're like a bat. You have triangle here, triangle there, and they come down to the same place. It's very interesting. So bullish patterns all around. Okay, overstock coming back hard, right? You could tell that by the hidden bullish divergence here, right? Look, swing low to swing low here, swing low to swing low is lower. That tells you that the trend will continue. Easy buy in overstock at 65. Simple trading, honestly. The stock market's even easier to trade than the crypto, honestly, because you don't have to worry about Bitcoin as much. Okay, so I put out Ocean last night. I liked Ocean on the 4-hour Y. Let me show you. We had kind of like a head and shoulder area here, almost like an Adam and Eve, right? We have the V and the rounded bottom. That is, it's an Adam and Eve double bottom. If you don't know what that is, let me show you guys. So Adam is like, you know, the sharp, I guess they call it like a, you know, I guess because it's, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say it, but a man has a pointed orifice, right? And then a woman is like more rounded, right? She's round, so like Adam and Eve. I believe that's where this comes from. No one's ever fully explained it to me. But it's more, usually it's a little more rounded, but that is an Adam and Eve double bottom. As you can see, we have a sharp V followed by a rounded bottoming. It is higher than the low here, and it is looking like a double bottom. But so Ocean looked nice to me. It did pop. It was up bigger, up at 45, but it did make pretty much, you know, it made almost 13% gains. In times like these, you want to take profits a little quicker. Like if you're going for 30%, take 15. And that's just how you have to play these close to the bone, because the action isn't there for you. You know, you got Bitcoin playing games, and you can't, you just got to watch it. You got to watch it. So let's get into Bitcoin and what we see happening for Bitcoin today. I like Adam as well. I'm in an Adam trade. You can see it's kind of forming this bull flag here. Fell out of a little bit, but it's forming a bit of a bull flag. Coming back up. I do see it coming back to 641. So look for Adam. And look, if we go to the daily, it has a huge cross coming. MACD blue is curving. We're in the pink. All things are go. We even have hidden bullish divergence. We have a swing low here, up to a swing low there. That is an uptrend. And then we have a swing low here, down to a swing low there. And it's also starting to play out. This is a trade I would actually suggest. This is, I think, the trade of the day. Adam at 540. I think we have found the trade of the day, folks. Why? We have found our hidden bullish divergence on the daily, which is extremely strong. I love to play this. It's my favorite indicator to find. And it's not even an indicator. It's you take a bunch of indicators together and then you find the divergence. So it's like a hidden secret inside of a pocket of knowledge. And that's why I think it's an amazing thing to come to this channel, because these are things that I have discovered after years and years and years of trading. And you can just benefit by just skipping through all my years of pain and learning exactly how to streamline right to the top. Look at that, 540 buy. We'd be up at 542. Already starting to make a little bit of a move. Let's see it on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour as well. Says it's about to fly. Pop out of this. I've seen the 1 hour make... Again, we're in this falling wedge here. The pattern for this falling wedge is up to 641. So we're still looking, if we get that move here, we're still looking at about an 18% gain coming out of Adam when it breaks out of this bull flag on the 1 hour, which is about to happen. So we're going to keep this on the 1 hour. We're going to check on it. I go like this and I can hit tweet. And I tweet these out. Please follow me at CryptoLifer33. If you're following me, then you're going to get the late night charts that I'm posting. 18 hours ago, I sent key out there. Okay? We're going to get into key. We're going to talk about it. But look at this, right? This is the Gartley that we're talking about. These Gartleys. And so we're thinking key will come up to B and D area here and see these ranges. That's 100% gains, 0.0025 up to 0.004 on the USD key. We're going to get into why I like key and what's going on with it. Okay, so stay tuned. You also have an ascending triangle. This is looking very good, but we will get into that in a little while. But yeah, so if you follow me on Twitter, I'm posting a lot of different ideas and charts. Here's my chart as well, key. So here's what other people posted as well, which is pretty cool. And this is my idea, was the double bottom, bull flag breaking out of a falling wedge, double bottom, volume decrease, reversal, indication, you know, volume's coming down while the channel's coming down. That means that this can't keep going. It's like gas in a car, right? If the gas is just not there, and you don't have the gas, then what is going to happen to the car? It's not going to be able to move anymore. And that's basically the same as the momentum of a move with price action. If it doesn't have the gas, it's not going to be able to move. So there you go. Something to think about, guys. Keep it on your radar. But yeah. So I like Adam. I've gone over that. I've traded it many times too. I know it's price action. I understand it. I'm very familiar with it. We also pulled a fib on this, and you can see it's clearly in a nice pocket of accumulation. Boom. Went down to the 786, right? It's just, you can see, and then it played around in this area, needs to come back up, having some resistance, right, at the 618 there. But once it breaks through, see the 618, you can't see it, but there it is, it's in there. But the 618's right here, and we're really at that precipice. We break above the 618 and the 200-day moving average, and you can see some fireworks sparking. We also have the 21-day moving average making its way. It's curved a little bit. We'd like to see if it curved back up, but this is looking very bullish. On the 1 hour, we also have a MACD cross coming, and the blue line has curved. So Adam, I think it's the trade of the day. I'd like to give you guys the trade right now as Adam. Again, this isn't financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if you were to entertain yourself with the idea of a hypothesis, no notification. That's crazy. You know what happened though? I still think it's shady, honestly, because Bitcoin's whack. But that's whack, honestly. That my notifications didn't go out on my best day yesterday, right? Boss, could you see one again, Bitcoin in the 1 day chart? Didn't get much sleep. I feel you, man. Crypto will do that to you. Crypto will do that to you. We got lucky, flat day, you know. I just want to get into Bitcoin right now at 10,400, which is very strong. I think it's starting to make a bit of a move. Okay. Let's look at it on the daily. All right, so for Bitcoin, we have this big triangle, right, which has a massive, massive upside target. We will get into one, Joseph. Just give me 1 second. A massive, massive target here. Doc was the play, though, huh? I don't know. You still in Doc Muser? Because Doc just kept going, man. It was the gift that kept on giving. Got into Doc 2 days ago on my call. Boom, baby, boom. Loving it, man, loving it. And almost no other channel gave you Doc. Like, I don't care, man. You can go anywhere online. You could see, I didn't see many other people telling me, Doc's the play right now. And out of hundreds and hundreds of coins, it basically made more gains than anything else. So, just interesting. So, here is my target at 14,272. I'm still Doc, OMG, and Cody. Yeah, baby. Cody should be up as well. Right? Are you up in Cody? Because Cody was making some moves. 6 cents on the 4 hour. I barely broke out of that trend line. Okay. It is flagging now. So what I want you guys to do is once I get you into a trade, okay? Because I got to teach you how to fish, right? Because I can't be there all the time. Once I get you into a trade and you're riding it, you want to go back to the 1 hour. And you want to kind of give some ideas to the 1 hour. The 1 hour looks really sweet right now. What do we see on the 1 hour for Cody? Okay. We see the blue line curving. We see we're in the pink. This is what we teach. This is what we love. We see a bull flag, right? We see a bullish pattern. This is the first check. If we don't see a bullish pattern, guys, we stay away. And these will play out even on the 1 hour. Okay. They'll just be smaller moves. But the targets are the same and the way you get them are the same. So going up to 682, this breaks out of this bull flag. So the trade here would be buy Cody when it breaks out of the bull flag. Or if you're already in it, you're the man. Or you get in it now with the aggressive buy, but the aggressive buy will be below the trend line here because then you could put your stop loss right here. Here, you'd have to put your stop loss right here and they could fish you out. You get it? That's why bottom of the trend lines are, in my opinion, they are aggressive, but what they let you do is risk a little bit amount every time. And yeah, you might get stopped out 5 or 6 times. But the 2 times you don't, you're going to make way more. Like your stops are going to be 2, 3, 4, maybe 5%. But when you make it, you're going to be making 20, 15, 30%. So all you need to make is like 4 out of 10 trades. And you're going to be absolutely killing it with my system. It's going to work well for you. But you can't use your emotions. Remember, we have a double bottom here on Cody. So we always go for these double bottoms. When you see the double bottoms, draw them out. Draw them out. Right? And then tell yourself, where's the target? You take the tip of the W, you bring it to the bottom of the legs. Then you bring this white line, the yellow line, in line with the tip of the W. Boom. That should be your target, which almost aligns with this bull flag, okay? And that's how you work with these double bottoms, all right? All right, let's get into... I'm going to stay on Bitcoin right now. What do I see happening for Bitcoin? Okay, we have a V-shaped recovery on the 1 hour, really fast. So you can tell that people really like this area. It's holding strong support. We have strong support in this green area. And why did I draw this green area? Because when I went all the way back, look, resistance, resistance. And when I go further back, resistance, resistance, resistance. Previous resistance becomes present day support, right? Not uncanny that we bounced off of this. Triple bottom. I'm still holding a bullish form here for Bitcoin. I would not suggest shorting at the moment. Again, we are in limbo. Not exactly short. But what the chart's telling me is on the 1 hour, we are about to go. We have a cross. Also, if we bring confluence with the 1 hour to the daily, which is far stronger of an indicator, the blue line just curved on the daily. We actually have higher lows on the RSI. And like I showed you before, even here, if we take this swing low to this swing low, right, which we just saw this play out in a few other coins. I showed this to you every day. It's religiously I'm showing it to you guys. And if we take this low here and we bring it up to the price action, that's a higher move. That tells me that the move will continue. I think it's a great time to enter Bitcoin. I'm going to say that on a technical analysis standpoint, due to hidden bullish divergence and this blue line curving on the daily, which is extremely strong indications. You can go to the 4 hour, 12 hour, all these different things, but the daily is strong. The weekly does worry me. Okay? The weekly tells me that we're in for a pullback. Look at the last time the blue line curved on the weekly. We came all the way from 11,382 and we ended up touching 7,000. Okay? But then look, the blue line curved and we had our nice run up. But then look, the blue line came down, but it wasn't as high. The higher the MACD gets up in these areas, the bigger the move down, right? In my opinion. And I have seen that in my experience. So I am looking at the weekly here because I'm just cautioning you guys. Maybe we get up to 13,000. And this tells me that there's a pullback somewhere coming for Bitcoin. Even here was the smallest pullback that we can say. When the blue line does cross on the weekly, you have to respect it, right? So we're sitting here at 10,400. We went all the way to, that was that horrible move at 3,800. So the weekly, hate to say it, but, and look, because it's the weekly, you only have in the last 2 years, really, 2.5 years, April 2018, 2 really big crosses. And there was a big cross here, but this is the tether pair, so I don't think they had it on Binance yet. My thing is, just something to think about, right? It's not all glory for Bitcoin. I want you guys to keep this in the back of your heads. In this week, when we make our profits, we're going to go back to the weekly chart on Bitcoin, and we're going to have to check ourselves. Everyone else is saying bullish, 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 bullish. And you know what? It could just reverse. But at one point, we have to look at the weekly and just take a breather on that idea. All right, I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. We're doing good on the daily. Huge cross coming. Hidden bullish divergence. All systems go at least past the 10,500 and then to 10,600, 10,750. And then again, 11,000 is our psychological and technical resistance. We'll see what happens when we get there. This is great news that this short for Bitcoin just fell right out of the bullish pattern. Now you see a MACD cross coming on the daily. This is going to tank. And that's awesome, because if this is going to tank, this is a Bitcoin down leverage. All right, now we're going to get into one coin. One BTC. Okay. All right. Let's erase all my work and we start fresh. Okay, the first thing we do is we're on the daily and we're looking for support and resistance. There's our first line. There's our first line. And definitely strong support right there. Yep. Some resistance there. Right there and right, in this region. Okay, cool. I'm liking it. Next thing I want to do is draw a Fibonacci retracement from this point to that point. Sometimes I use the candle, sometimes I use the wicks. You can tell here the candles are being used. All right. Textbook bounce off the 618. Okay, 2 days ago. All right, textbook bounce off the 618. Also very low on the RSI and a falling wedge. Remember, even any piece of technical analysis does respect the pattern. Okay, so we've identified our retracement. We feel comfortable with where we're buying here, because without this, it's like a roadmap. We have no idea what's going on. We have no clue. Without a Fibonacci retracement, how do we know the price is going to keep going? How do we have any confluence with the algorithms and the bots? How do we have any sense of confidence in buying? So if you're not pulling Fibonacci retracements, I'm really worried about you, because how the heck are you buying something? Because you have no clue why you're buying it. If you have no clue why you're buying it, you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan, your emotions will take over. You will lose your money. Trust me. I've been there 100 times over. That's why I'm here now. You don't get here without being there. Remember that. Okay. So we're on the 618. We're in the golden pocket. Perfect place to accumulate. This is where a macro investor for Goldman Sachs would tell you to get in. So this is 0.618 and the 0.5 Fibonacci. Very, very good. We do see the 21-day moving average just crossing. But I think that's a lagging indicator of this move here. We would like to see the price push up and start to curve this indicator back up. Okay? So we do have to watch that. Let's look at it on the 1 hour, because usually it starts to curve beforehand. See, it is curving here on the 1 hour. So it's a really good indication that price action is starting to turn. Okay? So you look at the beginnings of a move. And the beginnings of a move are when the moving averages start to move. So the more you know, the more subtle you can get, like the deeper you can get into the move, right? So this is breaking out. I'm in one right now, just so you guys know. So I'm in this coin at the present moment. So, and I'll be honest with you, I bought this oversold bounce right here, thinking I was the man, somewhere when it was riding up, like right around here. So I just came to break even. I was down for a while, for like 3 days. So tough, very tough. Okay. Cool. Very cool. All right, so on the 1 hour, we see, why did we go to the 1 hour? We wanted to see the moving averages and how they're reacting. Then we go to the 2 hour. Oh, wow, look at that nice curve coming up, right? And we go to the 4 hour. It is starting to make its curve. You see that? So a very strong indication that things are going well. The move wasn't as strong as we needed. We did not get the volume, right? We do have low volume. And that worries me about one, because it's telling me that we don't have the volume for the, and we're in an uptrend. It tells me there's a little bit of a reversal coming, or maybe sideways action. The reason is because the volume is dropping and the price is going up. So we definitely need a spike in volume here. So look for a spike in volume or a little flat. Again, though, this is an IEO out of Binance. They like to pump their IEOs. They're like the little babies. So look for this to pump, because it does. I mean, look at the last pump. This thing went parabolic, right? Thank God we had a pullback. This thing went up 350%. So do we see any similarities between this fallback and that? Well, the white line starting to curve right there. You see that? That was one of the nice places to start accumulating. Again, that was a huge fallback from its initial area. You can see this coin has been up way more in the past. So we're almost still in like we're also in a bottoming pattern. Let's look at the big picture here on the 4 hour. We have bottomed out. See, the more time you take, the more you see. It's fascinating, really. So look at this. Look at this. Look for this to come off of this channel and begin to start breaking out. So we have confluence on the 618. We're in a bottoming out pattern. that has formed an uptrend and come back down to basically the trend. I like this. I like this right now. I think it's a great entry. I think it's good, and the daily gives us strength with the idea that we're done with this MACD move. The momentum of the red move is over. We're in the pink with the blue line curving up. You hold this for about 4 or 5 days. I'm thinking like Sunday, Monday, we should be in unbelievable shape as long as Bitcoin plays the game, right? I'm in the USDT pair. That's just how I roll. And we have broken out, as you can see, of the falling wedge. So it would be, say, by the breakout. I do want to see this white line curve up. That's the only thing I'm looking at. Really good sign that the RSI has curved up. Really good sign that the blue line is curving up. So 1 is looking really good. I like 1 a lot. So that's my analysis on 1. We kind of went through the checklist. We have a nice Fibonacci retracement. We have bullish patterns. We have MACD curves. We have RSI. We have everything except volume playing with us. But we have Bitcoin also about to move. Remember, guys, Bitcoin's going to make a big move. Let's make a killing in the next 2 weeks, and then let's take a break. Let's cash out. Let's take some profits, right? And let's not drink the Kool-Aid. Penn Gaming doing exactly like I said it would. Still the target holding up here at $75. So if you got into Penn Gaming at my 51.40 call, congratulations, you did really well. You're up like 30%. So, and look, we have a MACD cross coming for Penn Gaming, but that's just something I put on the radar. You're the best, boss. Thank you. Anytime, Joseph. Anytime, man. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. I want to be the person that I wish I had. Okay? I want to be the person that I wish I had. I'm still holding this idea for sand. Look, giant double bottom. Right? Targets 124% and 43% coming if you enter the breakout or the retest of the bull flag. And the bull flag is in this 1 hour. It's still flagging. Still in the bull flag. Amazing, right? So watch for this to break out. And when it does of this line, around 5.4, 5.5 cent area, that's really where you would like to begin this trade. Or you buy now at the aggressive buy. But the aggressive buy was right here at the bottom of the trend line at 4.5. You're already up 1/9, right? Or, like 5 on 5, 4 or 5. So 9 times 5, 45. Again, stop loss here. If you do want to get in, stop loss in here inside the pattern. So if it breaks into the pattern, it negates the idea of a breakout, and boom, you're right back where you need to be. Okay, cool. All right. So RSR on my radar as well. Why? Well, look, it's a lot of these are doing the same thing, man. We have a curve on the 1 hour. We just need that volume. We need some whales just to make that call that it's time. Boom. Look for this to eclipse. New target out of the bull flag. Boom. Up to 214. Gains of 17% coming out of this. Okay. The market opened. I just want to see if there's any correlation between the Dow and see what's going on the Gus funds. All right. Gold. So there is a bull flag right there, and it boomed out. This is gold. As you can see, I'm in a giant pattern for gold. I'm actually going to reposition my triangle right now. So it broke out, but broke back into its own triangle. So in that case, we can kind of just make it a new triangle. Peter Brandt says that the pattern is never finished until it's done. But now, double bottom. You see this? I mean, it's uncanny how much you see the same behavior in Bitcoin and gold. Double bottom. Target for gold, 2140. If you're not getting yourself some gold bars right now, doing yourself a disservice. Okay? I really think you should be buying some gold bars because I think it's a great idea. But that's my opinion. I also am a huge silver stacker. I like stacking silver. Did you join the group, dude? Because STPT on everyone's radar. It's funny, man. You sound like you're on the call outs. It's pretty interesting. You're on point, kid. Doing really well. Yeah, everyone shout out to my buddy here, XRP Muser. Got into crypto probably 2 years ago. Started accumulating XRP. I think XRP kind of bit him. That's what kind of got his goat, you know, the whole reset. He got deep. And then I kept telling him, man, Binance. He was on Coinbase, kind of, you know, going in and out of a few things. And I saw that he wanted to trade. I saw that he had the potential. I saw that he cared. And I said to him, I said, man, open a Binance account. You'll love it. You'll love it. And he did. He's now on the channel almost every day. Takes this extremely seriously. I mean, he's putting in 5 to 10 hours a day trading. This is his life. He loves it. Shout out to him, man. He's doing really good, and it's awesome to have him on every day. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Okay, so silver again. I want to go over silver as well. Same idea. You can't see the mimic pattern there. Same thing happened to silver. We can just redraw our line. We can turn this into a bull flag kind of, but no, it's still a pennant. It's still a bull pennant. Right there. And as you get better at drawing patterns, you'll learn when you can negate something and when you can't. Someone would say, hey, but you just dropped out this piece of the pattern, but we know that was manipulation in March. Actually, August 11th. That was that silver spike down. You know, gold. You know, the dollar had a little bit of a pump. They tried to act, but here's look double bottom on silver. Getting into Majestic Silver Corp right now would be a great idea. Majestic Silver. This would be my suggestion for you guys here at 12. I see it going up to 14, gain of 22% out of this falling wedge, and it's holding silver as silver tends to gain. Look at the gains you had already in Majestic Silver since that March tank. I mean, everything's been up in the market, but this is a silver mining stock just to keep on your radar. I just want you guys to know that I'm heavy. Love you, man. I'm here because of you. Shout out to the Crypto Lifer. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Alicia Yasmin Gonzalez Pineda. TRBD is good. Alicia, so nice to have you. So nice to have you. I really appreciate that. Let me look at TRB for you right away. Right away. Tell her, man. We know that thing tends to pump. It's got a huge move. What pair would you like? I like to trade tether pairs. And not because I don't believe Bitcoin's going to the moon. I just don't like getting stopped out in the middle of the night and losing tons of money. I decide that I'll make my money overnight, and if Bitcoin moves up, then I will buy some Bitcoin, or I'll take some profits out of the tether to get into Bitcoin. So here is Tether. I'm taking the BTC pair because that's what most people are asking for. I tend to move in the USDT pair. A lot of people would say I'm a fool because I don't know my value. I do. I understand exactly what's happening with Bitcoin. But I pay my bills with crypto, guys. Okay, so we have a falling wedge on the 1 hour with Tether. Starting to break out here too. The MACD is running up. Kind of like this move has extended itself a little bit. Remember that a lot of things aren't happening. We're getting fake outs and moves. People are still nervous about Bitcoin, so we're not getting the same kind of pumps we were getting like the last 10 days or 2 weeks ago. This probably would have went up to this level of resistance, but because we're not getting the volume, look, it's already up 22%. It would caution me right now, but you know, it still is doing well. Let me look at it on the daily to get some more confidence. See, this is such an early coin that the daily can't give me almost any information. We do have a huge falling wedge though, and we did break out of it. We do see some sell pressure down from this 3862 Satoshi area, right back down to 3724. Let's go to a lower time frame because it's so small. All right, this is good. I see some good things here. Now, I don't like to use the 15-minute, but we have to. Why do we have to? Because this was only on Binance for so long. So if we go to a daily candle, look, it was only on Binance for how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2 weeks. I could just go to the chart there, 28. But 2 weeks it's been here. So we have to go to like the 30-minute to get some idea of what's happening. And we're a little flatlined here. We did have a MACD cross that turned into nothing. Then we had a MACD cross that looks like it's turning into nothing. A lot of indecision in the MACD, which is also showing here. But what I want you to see, Alicia, where are you in your trading? Have you been trading for a long time? I'm just asking because I want to see your level of knowledge. I want to see how much I need to show you. And yeah, I just want to kind of see where you're at. And don't be shy. This is a great learning place. And you may be better than me. You could be an expert. So by all means, I have no idea. A long time. Okay. So you know exactly what's going on. Okay, so this is a bull flag coming out here out of Teller. 11% gains in that bull flag. I'm just showing you short-term ideas. Now, that also gives confluence to this upwards area here where we had this one candle had a little bit of resistance, and then obviously you can see the previous resistance right here. So that tells me that we should be going up to 4147 on the 1 hour, on the 30-minute chart. Strong, you know, it's in an uptrend. The trend's your friend until it's not, right? So we're in a nice trend. Not my trade specifically. My trades are here at the bottom of the trend line or at the breakout here or here at the retest. See how it came up, double topped and retested. Now it broke out. That would have been my trade. To me, the move has been made. But again, if you want to take 10%, because look, it's probably definitely going to get hit right here. People are going to take profits in this area. And then that will be the new zone of maybe some accumulation. So like if I also pull the Fibonacci retracement on that, kind of from here to there, you can see that it probably retraced nicely. I can almost see just by showing, you do this so much, you can see before you even do it. I see we're going to pull up. That's about 40%. So it looks like it hit the 618, and I can do that just by eyeing it. But yeah, went lower actually to the 706, which is the secret fib. Or we could go to the candles, but yeah, this is it right here. So it went off the 706, came back up, got accumulated here, as you can see, up and down in the 618, golden pocket to the 518. This is where I would like to be getting into this trade right here. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking for trades that are here, because look, that move was made, especially with the slow moving volume and not as much, not as much action as we need. Again, I'm not saying it's horrible. This thing has been known to pump. But just to give you my full-blown analysis, I think you'll get 11%, and then we'll go from there. I can't really push anything else. And on the 4 hour, we're getting a little exhausted here as well. So it just tells me that there's some sell pressure on this. But yeah, I definitely think you can get to 4179 if you're still in the trade. All right. Alicia, I hope I did a wonderful job for you. Let me know. Please hit the like button. And yeah, Bitcoin making a move, man. I think I just saw XBTC, which is the BitMEX contract, at 10.46. I just want to check the Dow too. The Dow up. Now, see with the Dow, we have 4 hour MACD cross, right? So the Dow should come back, which is nice. We did have this double top on the Dow, which worries me, and it's just something to think about. Are we going to double top there? On the daily, we have a MACD cross coming as well. So that's actually good. There wasn't a lot of, that was quick down spot. It didn't send the moving averages to cross each other. If you can see, actually now we have the 50, the 100 crossing the 200, and that's actually really bullish. The Dow's looking bullish on the daily. Very, very good. Yeah, please hit the like button. It means the world to me. If I spend that much time on one of your suggestions, just hit the like button. It will just help someone else ask a question. So basically by you hitting the like button, the algorithm gets sent out to YouTube. And then someone else who has a coin like comes in and says, hey, could you check XRP for me? And then I help them. So you help me help other people when you hit the like button, right? So it's basically you're part of the frequency that I'm creating when you hit the like button, right? The frequency that I'm shooting out, I'm trying to get people to understand. Dude, Bitcoin pumping right now, guys. I think everyone should be happy about this 10.5. We want to see 10,500. My account up nicely, up 756 on the day. We are doing well. We're doing very well. All right, let's get into BLZ. This is my trade of the day yesterday. So we went over gold. We went over silver. You should get into First Majestic Corp and just get into Barrick Gold. Just get into a big gold stock. They're going to go up. Gold is going to go up. Oh, I couldn't see that. See, look. I'll put my glasses on. The chat is small. Alika Yasmin Gonzalez Pineda. Haha. Okay, cool. Yeah. Alika. Am I saying that right? Alika. I think it's Alika. I think that's how you would say it. Right? So sorry. Yes. So sorry. Names are super important to me. I never forget a name and a face. But look at Bitcoin, man. We haven't even had the pull yet, and we're starting to get the pump on the daily and on the 4 hour. This is strong. We really need a break. Previous resistance here at 10,570. Let's see that happen. But good for Bitcoin. Good for the Dow. So I went over the Dow, which we know can influence Bitcoin. Okay. We went over gold, which I tell you is a hedge against all these markets, and you should have some gold. I went over silver. You should be into some silver stocks, and you should own some silver bullion. Okay. I'm trying to protect you guys from the coming devastation that we will see when the dollar has to reset or something crazy happens. Okay. AMB still holding. Overstock making its moves back as I said it would. I said it had hidden bullish divergence and that it was going to start making its move back towards 100. Just, pretty obvious trading there. I looked at Ocean. See, we're getting rejection even on these bigger well-known, not well-known coins, but Ocean had a big following, big pump. It's kind of new in the DeFi space. People like it. So, Okay, XRP Muser, we wanted to look at STPT and REN. Okay, STPT. I don't think I've actually ever gone over this coin. Looks just like all the other coins, similar to like a BART pattern. Complex head and shoulders, pounding out, getting damaged. 70, that's 100% retrace. You guys can clearly see. It's almost not even worth pulling a fib, but we will. Local low to a local high. Yeah, I mean, it went all the way down, 100% retrace. Right now it's sitting here in the 786. Yeah, I mean, this is a safer buy. This was one of the safest buys right here. Look, because it retraced 100%. I mean, normally a regular retrace is 60%. So, like, how could you lose buying down here at 100% retrace on the on this? Also, it had a huge pump not too long ago. August 4th started to make some big moves. So, what do I see for STPT? All right, would I trade it right now? Honestly, I always like the advantage, right? The ill advantage was buying down here. That's kind of taken it away. But you know what? Now we have to worry about rejection from the 618 and the 0.5, right? Now they could become resistance instead of support. But let's see what we see. On the 4 hour, we do see a bit of a flag. Good sign. We have our bullish pattern, right? So we can continue with looking at this. If it wasn't a bullish pattern, I would just tell you guys I don't want to look at it anymore. I would tell you it's negated for my trading system. I have a system. If you learn my system or you come to my channel every day, eventually you're going to see the system and you're either going to like it or not. You're going to try it out, probably just from watching my videos. And then over time, you'd maybe want to join something or get tutored or learn from me. I am giving tutoring $100 an hour, but I will sit with you for a whole hour and show you everything you need to know. I'll go over your portfolio and I'll try to help you the best I can. I got a mentor. I've spent money. Believe me, believe you me. And it was the best money I ever spent. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this for you guys right now. So remember that. It's not all scams on YouTube. There are real people with real value, giving real information, trying to make money from their house. Okay, so the idea here on the 4 hour is it is in a bull flag. I do see it coming up here to 3133. Why? Because that's the measured move. 36% gains. We do see that the 21-day moving average is curved up. When's the last time we saw that curving up below? It was right around here. It actually was never below the 200. So right here, it was below the 200 and curving. It was the beginning of a pretty big move. But yeah, it was an early coin, so you can't really hold on that. But so I do see we're in a bull flag. I do see we have a curve up. It's not my best trade because it's got to fight through a lot of resistance here, right? I'd like a trade like this. Like this was the trade technically, right? and buy the bottom of the trend line, and boom. And then, right, you only have this and this, and then boom, 3 sets of resistance and take profits areas as well. Again, not perfect, but we do have a bullish pattern. Let's get into the 1 hour, see how it's moving. The 1 hour, it's similar, and it's getting very tight. That's the only indication, and we have volume just dropping out. So it's saying, like, can't go sideways anymore. It's either going to go down or up. Volume dropping. We need that volume push up, though. This could just keep going sideways or halfway a little bit. It might be a fake out and then go sideways again. A lot of coins aren't getting the push they need to break out of these bullish patterns recently. If I were to play this, I'll be taking profits as early as I can. Probably somewhere here at 2.7, 2.8. I don't know if I would try to ride it all the way up to my target here at 3.137. Unless the tables turn, though. Bitcoin could start pumping tonight, change the game a little bit. But STPT, it's worth looking at. I like it, but I'm going to give it a rating of like a 6. All right? It's not like I like to trade 8s. So I'm going to give it a 6. And I'm not, hey, in 10 minutes it could pump and I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm guaranteed to be right. I'm just, with my system, it has a few things not working for it, but it has a few things working for it. So it does have the MACD cross coming right here. I think this is a scalp. Like, you get in now and you get out here at this 25, 26 region. You make your 10% and you call it a dang day, right? You wait for it to go sideways again because you know there's not a lot of action, and then you get back in. Like, it might come up here and flag in this area, and then you start to move, and then at that point, Bitcoin should be 4 days, should have more momentum, and then this thing has way less resistance, and then that's the trade. Like, we want to see this in a bull flag somewhere up here, and now this starts to becoming like really more and more attractive. Again, yeah, bottom down here, you'll get way more gains, far more aggressive, far more risky. Yeah, but I'm going to give this a 6 on the rating system because it has, okay. I'm going to start a new rating system, okay? And the rating system it's done subconsciously through me, like super fast. But it basically goes through all my checklists. I'm closing my eyes because I have to use my brain at like such a fast rate. I recently took a mental evaluation, and I'm not trying to be crazy, but it said that my computing is in the 97 percentile. So I do math, I do computing, I think in the 97 percentile. But then there's other things that I don't do as well, I'll be honest. And the doctors actually looked at me as an anomaly. They were like, we've never seen someone that has this issue here, but is this fast here. They were like, this is pretty interesting. Like, they found my brain pretty interesting. But yeah, so I think so fast. And sometimes, like, the connections go, like, and I can see things. And that makes me a really good trader because I'm able to make subconscious connections very, very fast. And then I'm like, okay. And then the information can come to me and it can soothe my emotions. So I'm not like, oh my God, what do I do? The information's flowing so fast. I'm like, okay, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know I am too to my own horn, but this is just, everyone has gifts in life, right? And you use your gifts to help others, right? These are my gifts, and that's why I'm using them to help you guys. So if that's kind of the humblest way I can put it, and if you can't tell I'm strange, then, you wouldn't be here, right? So, okay, Ren. We want to get into Ren for my mans and them. So many coins to go over, so many things to talk about. A lot of news yesterday that I didn't get a chance to discuss that I think is really important. Okay. Penn Gaming, dude, just erupting, right? Like, just doing its thing. I've been on Ren before. Ren USDT. And again, guys, I'm not reading any articles. I don't know any news. I'm just looking at the charts, right? So I'm not like, no one, hey guys, buy this coin because of this, Okay, we could look at this 2 ways. I'm going to interpret this 1 hour in two ways for you. Again, this is looking a lot like STPT, right? Okay, so the first thing we saw this triangle. Let's start the story of Ren. Which is technically in a descending triangle, which is a bearish pattern, but it broke out. We see the 21-day moving averages crossing the 200. Very bullish. Very good sign. And it crossed all the other ones. We want to see it realign. Look at the last time we saw the 21-day crossing the 200 right here. right? And we came down, it tested it, and that began this bull run here. So you can see, again, the 21-day cross right here. So when the 21 crosses the 200, it's telling you that that is the mark of a big run, right? Or at least the beginning of a run. And that's why I'm using moving averages, okay? If you want to know how to trade or how I set up, please go to Trading View, okay? Right here. Refer your friends. Copy the link. Open up a Trading View account. If you're not following along with me on Trading View, then you're not getting the most out of this. Just action. The price really good, boss. I learned that too. Oh, you're the second person to write ja. She wrote ja, and you wrote, or is my computer just making the J's, or did you guys both hit the J instead of the H button? And that's just a funny coincidence. Did everyone else see that? Alika wrote ja. Oh, maybe you guys are both Spanish, right? Ah, see, I'm pretty slow, huh? There it is, Malaya. Yeah, so you guys write ha with a J. Very interesting. Took me a second, man. I'm getting deep here. All right, so Ren USDT. Okay, so what I saw for Ren was this. I saw like two separated bull flags. So we went over the moving averages, very bullish, right? This is about to happen then, and that's like, kind of like a golden cross. The 50 crossing the 200 is the golden cross. So there's the 50. The 50 crosses that 200. We're talking business for Ren. Ren's a big mover, man. I made a lot of money. I made like 140% in Ren. I bought it last October. I held it all the way until June. Ended up making 150% on Ren. Already, before the bull market even began. Hey, man, I learn something new every day, guys. You guys hook me up. Now, the price is getting held up by the 200-day moving average, bouncing right off of it, holding it. Like, I almost don't even have to make a yellow line like I usually do. If I do, you guys won't even see it because the 200-day moving average is yellow, and it's holding the price just at the bottom. So this is another bull flag. It actually, and if we look at it even in a smaller scale, we can see that we have a falling wedge here. You see, it's all about patterns and patterns and patterns and patterns. It's just like your fingerprints, right? It's like the deeper you can go philosophically too, can help you as a trader. Trading is an art. It's more of an art than it is a technical technical thing. I believe it's an art. So here we have the blue line going down. We have red. One thing I do see though, now that is a slight downturn. If the price action was moving up and this was going down, that would be bearish. We do have the RSI kind of making lower lows. But we have hidden bullish divergence, guys, in this little section. Look, a low to a low, low to a high. And it even played out on a little time frame. So I actually battle people. A lot of people think I'm a hidden bullish divergence expert. I use it more than anything else. So because of that, I find that it's like my go-to. Other people use 100 other things. I found that it was the best working indicator. So why don't I just look for it all the time and use it instead of using every other indicator and trying to figure them all out together? Why don't I just use what works and look for it over and over again? Right? It's like that there's 100 different fishing rods you can use, right? But you found that if you cast off this one rock into the current in this section, the fish come by and you get them. Right? Now, you could take a boat there. You could do all these different things to get the fish. But you found one that works. That you think works the best, too. Why not just keep using that one? That's how I look at it when it comes to trading. I found hidden bullish divergence, and I stick to it. You can see, you can trade it blind. Like, even this tiny little move. And what I mean is the low to low, and the RSI went up. It went up. Got rejected by this price action. Do we come back down and form a double top, which would be bearish? Right? So we're always looking for indications consistently as we're moving. On the 4 hour, we are flagging a little bit here as well. Okay, we have our double flags there. It's looking bullish, man. But again, the move's been made, right? For Ren, like we'd want to get the aggressive buy at the bottom of the trend line where our stop loss would have been right here. We wouldn't have to risk much at all. And we would have went all the way up. And we'd be up 30% right now. How many people are already up 30%? They're going to sell on you. They're going to start selling on you. I don't you know, the breakout occurred here, and now it has huge resistance up here as well. It's got to fight through all these levels. This level, this level. So in my opinion, yeah, it's great. It's cool, but it doesn't, again, I'm giving it a 5.5 to a 6. It just doesn't, give me everything. I mean, when I do go to the 1 hour though, when I do see this 21 average crossing, it is a good sign. So I'm not saying it's a bad trade. And it actually has huge upward potential. I'd like it to see it break above this level here at 3885 till I start taking it seriously. And I'd like to see this 50-day cross the 200. I know a lot of traders, they don't even like trading unless the moving averages are in a line. Like here, the 21 days above the 50, like right here, they're all in a line. And you could start making a trade on this bull flag right here, or this bull flag right here, or this bull, or this. See all these falling wedges? Here's a falling wedge here. So like this is a 100% trade for me, right? We would have looked at it. The MACD would have been crossing. There would have been a little pink, right? Right here. The MACD, we would have been in the pink. The MACD would have turned. I would have bought the bottom of the trend line, put a stop loss right here, and then boom, I would have captured this gain here. These are the 10s, the 8 to 10 trades right here. Already in an uptrend, you can see all the moving averages in a line. We don't have to play with bearishness. Here, we have to wait for all these moving averages to cross the 200 and for the 200 to get back to the bottom. See, the yellow line's always at the bottom when we're moving up. So because of that, I don't like this trade that much because it has to fight through too much to find its way. It's going to chop its way through. I'm not saying you're not going to make gains, and it looks like it's going to do really well, just like a lot of these coins. But for me and my system, it's like a, you know, I'll give it a 6.5. It's not bad. It's better than the last one, but it's not the best. It's my opinion, and I could be 100% wrong, but that's just what I see, right? Dude, AMB is still moving, right? It's actually starting to flag now on the 1 hour. When you see this lets you know consolidation, right? Didn't get sold off. And then you want to go back here and you want to see why. Well, look. It's not a coincidence. Self-fulfilling prophecies, guys. Look. Bounced off support. Broke through, came up, broke through, resistance. Previous support becomes new resistance. New resistance becomes previous support. Resistance, broke up, broke down, came up, had a little trouble, broke right through. Uncanny that we're bouncing off this line right here. Even after the big gains here, oversold. Very oversold on the 1 hour. I'm overbought on the 1 hour. Overbought on the 4 hour. So this has had its run. Look for it to consolidate while the RSI goes down, hopefully making hidden bullish divergence, so then we can run this up again. But that's the big winner for today on my charts, you know. Ocean getting bounced back. Let's take a look back into Bitcoin. I want to check out Band as well in a second because I love Band. And Ball, man. I like Ball as well. See this inverse head and shoulders. Price broke the complex inverse head and shoulders neckline. Double bottom pattern by the breakout of this level. And boom. It's still going well. 27% gain still coming out of BAL. And that's Balancer. It is a DeFi liquidity exchange. So it's got a good place in the Polkadot ecosystem. Definitely something you want to keep on your radar as well. Basic attention token. Same thing as BAL, right? Look, they both had the complex head and shoulder. It broke out. And then I even had a little bit of a bull flag here on the 4 hour, which it broke out again. It's hitting this level. I would say by the breakout of this area of 2.7. If this breaks out of here, look, it doesn't have really any resistance until it gets up to here. So this should go all the way up to back to 30 cents. And then we will see from there what happens. But from there, I like this trade a lot because there's not a lot of resistance. Right there is the only line right there. This previous resistance here. And then boom. So I like this trade because even though it's lower like the other ones, but I give this like a 7.5 on BAT. But we do, look, MACD isn't where we want it. Like, guys, I want to make us give us the best chance to make money. And the best chance to make money is buying in the pink when the blue line is curving. We want to be aggressive, right? We want to do things before other people do them. And then we want other people to buy up our bags. Like, you want to be in a coin for like a day before it moves. You know, you kind of want to be hiding out in it, right? Let's check out Bitcoin. There's so many coins to go over. It's insane. So we did just get rejected. Let's look at the 1 hour. So oh no. Gravestone Doji. This isn't good, guys. Okay. Look what I just found. I want to pull all this work away from it. But do you see this candle here? Okay. See it here? Gravestone Dojis. I'm going to show you something right now. Dojis. This guy. I was watching this Doji. Dojis. You want to learn about Dojis, okay? I don't talk about Dojis much. Okay? So you have Dragonfly, long-legged, common. Okay? These are different types of Doji candles. Okay? How to trade using the Doji candlestick pattern. Popularly known as the Doji candle. The Doji candlestick chart pattern is one of the most unique formations in the world of trading. Learn more about this pattern, you find out, blah, blah, blah. The Doji candlestick chart pattern is a formation that occurs when a market open price and close price are almost exactly the same. Right? Like, look at Bitcoin. Open and closed. See, if we park on this candle, the open is 10.437, the close is 10.435, right? So the open and close are exactly the same. So we see a Doji candle on the 1 hour. Okay. I know so much, guys, that we just pray. What up, Twin Greenie? How you feeling, man? Shout out to everyone here. Joseph, XRP Muser, Aleka, Twin Greenie, and whoever else is here that didn't feel the need to comment. Please hit the like button. It means a lot. If I answer one of your questions and it helped you out, then I'll answer someone else's question. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin, and we found a Doji candle. And this is a time where I can show you guys what's going on. Doji candle just pumped green. I'd like to see this not close as a Doji candle, but it was a good time to show you guys. If you don't know what I'm saying, I really want to isolate this. It's this right here that we're looking at. See how it has a line? That is actually a candle. You can barely see it. Did it penetrate today? That's hilarious. It did penetrate, and it's beginning to penetrate right now. So yes, it did. All right. A Doji candle is formed when the market opens and bullish traders push prices while bearish traders reject the high prices and push it back down. It could also be that bearish traders try to push prices as low as possible and the bulls fight back and get the price back up. In other words, the market has explored upward and downward options, but then resets without committing to either direction. The upward and downward movements that happen between an open and close form the wick. The body is formed when the price is closed at more or less the same level as it opened. What does it tell traders? When looked at in isolation, a Doji tells traders that neither buyers or sellers are gaining, and a site of indecision or neutrality. Some traders believe that the Doji indicates an upcoming price reversal when viewed alongside other candlestick patterns, but this may not always be the case. It could be a sign that buyers or sellers are gaining momentum for a continuation trend. In my opinion, it depends on where we are, right? So then you have to interpolate that. So everyone said we were bearish. Everyone said we were going to 8,000. Everyone said that Bitcoin was dead for the 1,000th time in a row, right? The price action did hit the 200-day moving average. That is holding strong resistance. We need to break above that. You can see we wicked right to it, right? And that was the target of this funny bull flag that Bitcoin kind of rounded out of, but then decided to make its way back into. Very, very strange. Like if we extended the line, but these lines here. Anyway, I think this candle is healthy because it tells me that the bears don't have the power, right? But then someone could say, well, it's unhealthy because it says the bulls don't have the power. That's why we go back and we kind of study these Doji charts, right? So the Doji chart pattern example, let's assume you're following Microsoft share price, which opens at a trading day at 104.50. As the buyers and sellers enter the market, the share price starts moving, hitting a low of 102. and a high of 107 before closing at 104. This creates a long leg doji as before. So here we are. Like, we're kind of similar to that in Bitcoin right now, right? Because look, we moved up, doji. Now we're not getting a doji 100%, but it was a good time to show you guys a doji candle. Here's one kind of right here too. That sent a reversal. Look, it was going down. We had a doji, indecision, reversal. Here's a doji right here, reversal. Here's a doji, ring came up, doji, reversal. So as you can use, some people just trade candles only. Isn't that crazy? They just look for dojis and they trade on that probability over and over again. There's many ways to trade. You have to find your system and use it over and over again. And then look, the price action started to go, and then we had a new doji, the price action changes it again. So how to trade when you see a doji candlestick? There are many ways to trade when you see doji candlesticks. First, look for signals that complement what the doji pattern is suggesting. Most traders use momentum indicators to confirm the possibility of a doji signaling reversal, because these indicators can help to determine the strength of a trend. So look, we go here and we say, well, the RSI curved tell us that the strength may be ending. Little double top here too, we got to look at that. But we do have a MACD cross coming with only one bar. Tells me that there could be some more gains. So that doji candle to me doesn't tell me that much. It tells me, you know, I got to watch it. But I'm not going to take it as full-blown confluence of what's happening, right? Okay. Okay, there's a lot of cool news yesterday that I wanted to get into. We got the stock to flow ratio. We have the velocity of money. Watch Matt Kaiser's channel too. Even Bloomberg analysis. See, I don't like that because mainstream media is usually wrong, right? But Bloomberg analysis thinks Bitcoin will come out ahead. Both Bitcoin and gold have corrected from their recent highs as the US dollar has bounced. The two assets are tracking each other once again as they become proxies for exposure to the downside dollar. Boss, that last one, could you review? Zilliqua against Bitcoin. Of course, man. I know Zilliqua. You know what's funny? I traded Zilliqua from like 0.05 all the way to 2 cents way back in like October. Like Zilliqua was hot. It was a hot little coin. No one, like it was doing its thing. And then it tanked and I just like never touched it again. And actually I was all behind it. I thought it was going to be amazing. I looked it up. Oh, Zilliqua was going to be the best. And then something happened with their team. Like their CEO left. You know, they had some issues. They had some internal issues. And I ended up getting away from them. Okay. Now, the first thing I see for Zilliqua. Okay. All right. This is a better of some of the coins because I can see the retrace from this high wasn't as bad. Okay. Has some support in this region. Has more previous price action, as I was saying too. So let's go really far. Now, number one, this thing bottomed out here, right? What a bottom. Like to buy Zilliqua at 0.02. I'm telling you, I was trading it right here. May of 2019, April, and then into October. Kind of, I took some of these moves, and then it just, then it just turned into a shit coin. My opinion. At one point, you know, I love the idea behind it, and I was all about Zilliqua. All right, but good. So let's go to the daily. Remember, the first thing I do, guys, is I look at price action. And I look for support and resistance lines. Not uncanny. I will do CRV. HDR, give me 2 seconds. We'll get into CRV. So we bounced right here. And we bounced right here. Not uncanny again. I just like to show that because I find it so fascinating that you put these lines and they literally tell a story. And you can use that story to make money. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Okay, cool. I'm cool with these lines. So you can see we ranged really well here. There's a double bottom. And there's a double bottom on this side. I just want to keep pointing out the price the patterns, right? Double bottom. double bottom, and then a double bottom in a double bottom. And it played out. Like, you take the middle of the W, bring it to the bottom leg, bring that up to where the middle of the W would go, and this surpassed the target. So, and that's how you play these double bottoms, okay? All right. Now we're going to pull a Fibonacci retracement. Boom. Okay. So we bounced off the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. We didn't even get to 618, which is very, very strong. It means the bulls did not want this to retrace 61%. Very, very good. This tells me that Zilliqa has heavy support, right? And then again, we bounced here, very good support, and now we're revisiting the same support from literally, look, this is a long time ago. For me, I mean, this is May 6th of 2019, right? Over a year and 2 months, a year and 3 months, 15 months, right? So that's got to tell you something, that this has been holding that same support from 2 years ago. Algos never forget. Remember that. An algorithm never forgets. Okay? I should make a bumper sticker. Now, let's tell the story. We had a trend line. We had a nice bullish triangle here. Broke out. Again, if I was trading this, I would have tell you guys to get in here when the blue line crossed. We were in the pink, and we would have bought the bottom of the trend line, and we would have had a double bottom. This would have been the trade of the day, man. This is never on my radar. And then we would have said this is the target. And I always say, hey, take 70% of the move. Don't be greedy. This would have played out exactly as we liked it, okay? Then we all would have sold, and I would have said, let's wait to see what happens to the price action. And we had a falling wedge with a 68% chance to break to the upside. That did not occur. It fell to the downside, right? Fell right out with Bitcoin. Now we have a V-shaped recovery, which has occurred. And we're hitting resistance. Resistance, resistance. So previous support. So support, support, support. Now it's resistance. So I would say buy Zilliqa above this 1780 region. Because once it breaks above that, we know that it is now hopefully forming support. So I'd like to see it come up, and then I'd like to see a candle close somewhere above this line. All right. On the daily, though, we have the blue line crossing. All these coins, I'm telling you, the USDT pairs, that's what I'm looking at right now. The USDT pairs, when Bitcoin pumps, they're going to pump with them. The BTC pairs are not. They're far more riskier right now than the USDT pairs. And that's why if you can look at my thing, it's USDT, it's USDT, it's USDT. Also, if I get stopped out of these trades, I'm not going to be losing I'm not going to get stopped into Bitcoin and then lose all my money, right? I'm going to get stopped into USDT. I'm going to be able to take a breather. I'm going to be able to look for some oversold bounces and regain that loss very, very fast. The market's not doing well today. I'll be honest with you guys. A lot of indecision. I've been in my 4 trades, and they just, not one of them really has popped. I've been in them for 24 hours. Not one of them has popped. All right. So Zilliqa has to break above this line. Even 1800. You really want to see this, 1 cent and 18 tenths of a cent and 8 tenths of a cent. So we want to see it break above this line here. Okay. Let's look at it on the 4 hour. Okay. On the 4 hour, I do see that kind of same idea for BAT. Complex head and shoulder. Really strange area, though. I don't even know. I can't totally call it a head and shoulder, but there's a weird head, kind of a half running into a shoulder and a shoulder head. It's kind of elongated, complex head and shoulder. I could kind of do that, or we'll just make it this triangle here. So we did break out of the triangle, and the target for this triangle will be the base. And honestly, I'm telling you, not a lot of things are reaching their targets. So, like, that would have been a good trade for me. Bottom of the trend line here, in these choppy waters, you would have bought the bottom of the trend line. Boom, 19%. So this isn't my trade. I wouldn't take it. I'm not telling you guys to take it. I don't like it. It has to fight through this resistance here. It has to fight through this resistance here. It has to fight through this resistance here. Again, the 21-day moving average has to cross all these moving averages for it to become bullish again like it was here. I would wait for this white line to cross the yellow line before I even traded it. And that's just my opinion. I give this a 4. I don't like this trade, technically. It's not my trade. I wouldn't be giving it to my subscribers. Very sorry. Don't mean to be rude. If you're in it, I still think there's upside. Yeah. And I'm not saying it's over. We also, let's do something different here. I'm open to all possibilities, and you have to be if you're a trader. Open-mindedness will be actually your key to success, because it won't block you from listening to your emotions. We are in a giant bull flag, and we kind of are forming a huge double bottom here. As you can see, we need to see this come back, though, right, and kind of play. But it does have strong support at 1428. We can clearly see that. Let's look at it on the 1 hour to see what it's trying to do. So on the 1 hour, it is breaking out. It just broke out of a wedge. It has a double bottom here. You can see the W. So this should come up. And it has a MACD cross coming and a one green line. Should be some more gains coming. And we do see the 21-day moving average crossing the 200 here. See that? This is very similar to... this is just like the other two trades we just went over. REN and... it looks just like REN and it looks just like STPT, right? Like, let's go back to STPT and you're clear. You guys are going to see, like, very similar just without the breakout, you know? More just like REN, actually, though. It's even way more like a REN. See? The bull flag's popping out. A lot of stuff to go through. Held this area, though, kind of like Zilliqua. Like, it didn't go too far down. Zilliqua actually was a little even better. But you can see these patterns are directly similar, right? So, now I'm worried about Bitcoin because we got to watch if it's getting rejected. Which it did. It just got rejected. So, it came up to support 21-day moving average. It hit 10,473 just now, guys. We were about to do it. It looked like things were going to go well. And we got rejected. All right. And that took down all my trades immediately. It took down Key. It took down DOT. It took down EOS. Really tough day to trade, honestly. Yeah, Kusama, man. Hey, now. Am I late? What did I miss? Jess B. Yeah, we've been going on since 9:30. Sorry, I usually start at 9:30. Yesterday was an anomaly because my dad was coming and things kind of got changed up. I think next week, though, I will be on earlier from 8:30 to 9:30. Things keep changing. I'm trying to keep a constant schedule, but stick with me. Just keep the notification bell on, please. Hit the notification bell for me, guys, so you know when I come on. And I hope YouTube does its thing and does what it's supposed to do and shows you the notifications because it's extremely important. But that rejection wasn't good for Bitcoin. It threw off a lot of trades just now. I have to warn you guys. Okay, OMG, CRV, we got to go over. Okay. Let's go over CRV. CRV USDT. Okay, clearly bottomed, right? Like, that's a nice bottom pattern there. Let's look at it on my volume there. Starting to use a new indicator, the ADXDI. It's pretty cool. I think it's going to be a nice tool that we can add. You got to know how to use it, though. It could give you some contradictory ideas, but once we lock it in, I think it's going to be, we're going to find its place in our system, and it's going to actually help us out a lot. So look for that. I'm putting out a video about the ADXDI. That'll be a recorded, edited video. Not all my videos will be live. But see, we have a rounded bottom here. Very bullish. Okay. Very bullish for CRV. On the 4 hour. Okay. And you can see we're also still in like a giant falling wedge. With a fake out that came back into the pattern. You get really good at understanding these patterns. Like, you know when you can negate that. Because look, it just doesn't flow with the rest of the lines. Right? You can feel a trend, and that's just not in the trend. And then you can also see we're in this falling wedge here that just kind of decided to go sideways. It's not getting the volume, right? Very risky trade right now. I'm almost going to tell you guys no, Doc doesn't care. Like, Doc just doesn't care. We're going to get into that as well. And the reason is it has a mainnet. It's got so much going on for it, and the people that buy it have been buying it like me. Like, I started buying Doc when I researched it, and I loved it. And do you think I care what happens to Bitcoin? Like, does that change how good the Doc team's doing? Like, for instance, if one of these cryptos came out with a spaceship and it got you to the freaking moon faster, but Bitcoin tanked, why the hell should that coin tank? We've been talking about this on Bitcoin. I think this year in 2021 will be the decoupling. I think you're going to see projects just say, you know what? I don't need to follow you, Bitcoin. I don't care what you do. I'm going to do me, you know? All right, so CRV. This coin's really new, can be really affected by price action. I can't get a handle on it, honestly. I like it. I know it has a lot of hype. It's been on my radar. I've heard about it. I've talked about it before. It's too new right now at the moment. It's hard to get a handle on this price action. I'm going to do the best I can for you, but because the coin's so new, it's a lot harder because I don't have any history to go on. So we do see we're in this pennant. We came out. We are breaking out. We have higher lows. There's a higher low there. We need to put in a higher high for the trend to continue. So now you're watching that. And on this 30-minute, you're watching this 21-day moving average cross the 200. So we want to see the white line cross the yellow line. That would be a bullish indication. We're not oversold or anything. I do see something right now, though. I see bearish divergence. What is bearish divergence? You take a swing high on the RSI to a swing high, and that goes down. But then you take a swing high on the price, and that goes up. That tells me that this is about to go down really bad. And you can see it played out right now. That it did play out, the bearish divergence. But yeah, that's bearish divergence. You could get one more peak. If you get one more peak, it's not good. So I see bearish divergence on the 30-minute. It's a new coin, so it didn't have a huge following. So like a lot of newbies probably jumped into it. It has heavy resistance right up here at 259. If I was in this trade, I would cut it off. I would cut it off early, man. That's just my opinion. You do you. In my system, this is a very low rating. I would be accumulating this coin. Like I would be putting $100 in it every couple of weeks because I know it's never been this low. Like it's really low. But that's just not my system that I'm trying to teach people. And yeah, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm sorry to say, like I'm not feeling CRV. It's just not. And you know what? It could go parabolic up this line. Tomorrow it'll be up 1,000%. It's just not my coin, right? Like Cody's better. Like Cody got way better news. It's got a better team. It's got so much stuff coming out. Like I would take Cody over that any day of the week. But hey, that's my opinion. You do come here to listen to my opinion, but yeah. Hey now, am I late? Jesse B. Just reading the same comments. Shout out to everyone: Tiago Cruz, XRP Muser, Jesse V, HDR, Twin Greeny, Joseph Molina, Aleka Yasmin. Did I forget anyone? Andy Garcia, is he here? He usually pops in. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. We're not done yet. I am gonna probably be done at like 11:15. Did you go over link? I'm way late. No, I'll go over link for you. I love you guys. You don't know how much I love my life and how I love anyone in it. And you guys have just come into my life. Now I love you. Right? I love you until I have to hate you. Okay? Don't make me have to hate you. All right, guys. Let's check out link for Jesse B. See you guys. I love y'all. You guys keep me going. All right, link. I really did want link down at like 10:17. Thought it would be a really good buy. If I can make you guys laugh while you're learning, that's also awesome. Now, link looks a lot like Zilliqa, right? A previous resistance, went up into a nice channel, came back down. We do see Link has this head and shoulder, complex head and shoulder area here. Look, shoulder, head, kind of shoulder, breaking out of the neckline, which is very, very good. I mean, you know, Link's just gonna pump, but wow, to see Alika, you're still here. Like, to see some of the people that came on the stream like an hour ago, they're still here. That's insane, right? I must be doing a good job because that's insane. Like, I'm like, wow. Okay, cool. Please hit the like button. If I've gone over a coin for you, just hit the like button. Look how much effort I'm putting in for you. All you have to do is hit a little blue button, dude. Like, and it helps the algorithm. Like I say, let me break it down again. I'm putting out a frequency right now, and I'm attracting people on the same wavelength, right? So once you join me, somehow you were brought into this through a frequency. Now, the like button helps the algorithm go through the internet and bring people back towards me that are on the same frequency once they get in. So when you use your frequency to hit the like button, you're sending more people to my frequency. So do that. It's really important. And I don't think you'll ever hear anyone explain it that way, but that's the actual basis of it. Okay? All right, so we came back down to this neckline. We're bouncing off. I'm on the 30-minute. Let's look at the 4-hour. So we did have the complex head and shoulders again. So this is like bat. So some of them took the form of a triangle. Some of them took the form of the complex head and shoulders. It all depended. This took the bat way, right? I guess because it looks like bat, it looks like ball, right? If we look at ball right now, we can see that it looks just like it. You know, see that? We switch back in between the coins. It almost looks like you're looking at the same chart. See it? Boom. Anyway, again, I'm really worried right now about Bitcoin. That rejection was not a good sign, okay? And we really need to hold 10.3, 10.300 area. So right now, it is a trip, right? It is a trip, but it's the real deal. Okay, so we kind of want to fall out. V-shaped recovery. The big boys took their money. Now they're watching it consolidate. The RSI is just kind of in a regular spot. It's in a little bit of a flag, excuse me. It's in a little bit of a flag, which is good. It's a good sign. We had a double bottom here. We were very oversold. Very, very oversold. I mean, this was the time to get it. 10.17. Now the move has kind of made itself, but we did break out. We did break out, and we have support right here at 12.77. We all know if Bitcoin takes a dump, man, this thing will dump with it, right? We also had the MACD already do its thing. See that? So the blue line is curving. It's telling me that we have a little red coming. I'm not loving Link right now. It's not like on my radar as the best trade of the day. I do think accumulating Link isn't bad. I buy $25 worth of Link every single week. Blind. Like, just blind. I just keep doing it over and over and over again. I set up a reoccurring buy like 7 months ago, and I just let them run. All right, so there you go. Link at 12.777. You know, starting to move. Let's look at it on the 1 hour to see if we see anything. But see, look, it broke out and then it came right back down. It's kind of a retest of this area, and it could be forming a double bottom, right? Coming back down. I just don't, you know, it's not getting the volume. It's not getting the push. All eyes on Bitcoin right now. I have to say that. I love Link, and I honestly want to blindly tell you guys, hey, just keep buying Link and it's going to go up. But that's not the right thing to tell anybody, and that's not going to help anybody's wallet. I want to give you the best probability for a trade. And Link, to me right now, look, it just went from 12.77 down to 12.73. To me, it's struggling. And look, we just had the MACD cross on the 30-minute. That means we'll have a MACD cross on the 1 hour, both bearish, coming on the 2 hour, and it's here on the 4 hour too. I feel like the move was made. Look for Link to consolidate a little bit, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. But I don't. I'd have to look at Link again. We do see, and we are in an uptrend. You can see we're clearly in an uptrend. The trend's your friend. We're at the bottom of it. We don't want to break through it. So if we go below like 1161, that's going to tell you that we're forming a bearish pattern. So we don't want to see that. So just look for a link to keep above that neckline area of 1230, 1250. Should come back down and bounce. If it breaks that area, then it's bearish. If it doesn't, then it's starting to move and consolidate. Right now, I'm looking at my trades, and yeah, it's Bitcoin right now taking over, right? Just sideways action on Bitcoin, 364 now. Well, it went all the way down to 10,271, got bought back up, went all the way up to 10,487, 10,500, and it got sold back down, now consolidating here in this area. Kind of flagging. You can see we had a flag here that it fell out. We can continue the flag, act like it didn't fall out. Strange Bitcoin. Right? Now it's the bottom of the trend line again. Should come back down, play games, and then break out. We need Bitcoin to break out before Link and all these other things can start to move. And all eyes are on Bitcoin right now. So it's kind of strangling us a little bit. All right. It holds its ground. I've noticed Doc. I just want to go over Doc one last time for you guys. Gave you guys Doc clean trade. Clean 2 days ago. We said we had a double bottom on Doc right here. Right? That was our incentive. Now Doc just continuing. It even took a little bit of a hit though. Doc went all the way to 22506. A high actually of almost 2.3 it hit. My target for Doc is 23413. We can see it's now flagging again on the top of this flag on the 1 hour. And you can see a little red coming down, but that's kind of good because it looks like maybe it won't be that strong of a red move. Like the reddish momentum isn't that tough. We do have low volume. Again, everything is all eyes on Bitcoin, right? We don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. So we can only just keep watching it and then playing with it. OMG. Okay. So yeah, I like Doc right now. Look for it. See this level, very heavy level of resistance. See support. We just need to break it back, have it break back above this 2397 area, 238 right here. Form new support, and then that would be incentive. I would basically create a new entry for Doc. We're gonna wait a couple days for that. We have a huge MACD cross coming for Doc on the daily. The last time we had something like this big was down around here, and that began this very bullish move for Doc that then erupted. So kind of tells me it's a nice accumulation zone for Doc. As well, if we look at it on the market cipher, do we have a green dot? Or do we have a white wave curling into a wave on the 4 hour? Yeah, see, there was the time when you have a wave going into a smaller wave with the green dot, boom. Green dot, boom. So I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve for you guys, and there's so much more for you to learn. So believe me, it's not just going to be the RSI, the MACD. It's going to get really deep. But I got to bring you in somewhere, right? You got to start somewhere. And if you are an expert trader, then you can take this information and run with it as well. OMG. Almost you go. Sorry, my buddy. Okay. Almost you go just doesn't have the gas, right? It did break the trend line though. So good sign on the 4 hour. But look, that MACD just didn't have a lot of momentum, right? Didn't pump us. Do we see any divergences, any bearishness? No, everything looks all right. Everything's kind of going together. We did break out of this trend line, right? Which we've been in since August 21st. So, boom, we broke out. And the biggest pump we got was up to $4.03. This is Omisi Go. It's been around for a long time. I traded this from $5 to $20 back in 2017. So I know about Omisi Go. I have 4 times my money with it. It was moving a lot with Lisk. Lisk and Omisi Go were like 11 and 12. They were some of the top coins in 2017. This coin was huge. Yeah, again, all eyes on Bitcoin. Doesn't have the gas. The daily has that cross coming, though. We may just have to be patient in these trades. A couple more days. We need to wait for the volume to come in. It's kind of really what it is. Yeah. My account's just swinging. $200 swings, just swinging around. Let me go to the 1 hour here. So on the 1 hour, it did break out a little more. You can see, and then it had the falling wedge, which it broke out of. But look up, red selling, up, red selling. People are taking their profits fast, right? This is a scalp period, guys. If you thought you were getting 10 to 20, get 3 to 7. 15% is amazing right now. Don't be greedy. Bitcoin could roll over on you. You lose it all. Try to just get right now. If you're trading, don't kill yourself. It's not the best time to trade. Don't lose capital in a lower probability time frame area in trading. You can clearly see, we're going over the charts. Just from going over the charts with me today, you guys can see that we're not making these moves as strong as we need them. Right? So we have to take a step back. We have to think about our plan and reassess. Right? Right now, it's cyclical. Smaller profits in this cycle until Bitcoin can either really find some levels playing support. Because right now, Bitcoin could go to 9,800, right? 9,600, fill that gap. We don't know that. So, So there's so much news that I want to, I like talking about the news. I think the news is really cool. S&P correlations. There's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a miner. Yeah, everyone's waiting on Bitcoin, man. You can see it. It's making me not want to be in my trades anymore, honestly. I would advise if anyone watching me and subscribing to me, I would advise you to take profits if you're up and, just take a breather. If we go to Binance and we look at the biggest winners, this is a good kind of idea to let you know how many double-digit coins are up on Binance right now. ELF up 108%. I mean, that's some coin. AST up 39%. AMB up 35%. GNT up 30%. LRC up 25%. Algo up 19%. OX up. Actually a pretty hot day. Damn. So it just depends on what coins you're in, right? Ocean. Ren up 9%. BZRX has been on my radar. I've been looking at that recently. Ball up. So we do have some big gainers though. Wow, ELF up 100%. Something happened with ELF. What's the news on ELF, man? A decentralized self-evolving network. ELF provides a highly efficient multi-chain parallel process system and self-evolving computing network with self-evolving governance and cross-chain communication. So it's kind of like some AI, right? ELF. I've heard about ELF before, but wow, look at that, dude. Damn. Jeez Louise. This thing went up huge. I think we should put this on our radar for next time. Damn. So some coins have gone up, and I missed them. That's upsetting. Yeah, it's patience. It's patience. Everyone's waiting on Bitcoin, man. Everybody. Bitcoin and S&P correlation closed in an all-time high while crypto markets recovered. Cryptocurrency experts and enthusiasts often debate whether or not Bitcoin and the stock markets are correlated. One side says that Bitcoin is an independent asset with no dependence on traditional finance sector. See, to say that's ridiculous, because I have friends that when they make more money in the stock market, they'll buy crypto. But when their stocks are doing bad, they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to buy any crypto. So just common sense lets you know that if the stock market's doing well, it's going to put money into crypto. But others claim traditional markets and Bitcoin rise and fall simultaneously, with stock sell-offs directly affecting the price of direct digital currency. They do and they don't. I've seen them offset before, and lately they've been running though. When money's scared, they run together. When money's more fundamental, they tend to go apart. The popular crypto Twitter account Income Sharks laid out the argument for the presence of correlation in a tweet. Just a reminder that the stock market dropping caused crypto to fall with it. This is inherently bullish because it didn't fall on its own. The same was true when COVID caused Bitcoin to drop to 3.6. Hard to argue that the markets aren't related at this point. According to research from Coinmetrics, Bitcoin and the S&P are getting close to an all-time high in correlation. The Pearson correlation coefficient is used in Coinmetrics research to determine how closely related the markets are. The 180 correlation between Bitcoin and S&P reached 0.4905 earlier this week and then fell to 0.36. Pretty interesting. This guy very bearish, though. I've seen him write some horrible articles. Maxwell, man. Henchman in trouble after helping friends rob $350K from a Bitcoin buyer. Grime. You know, weeks after losing $25K in Bitcoin, Barstool Sports founder David Portnoy is ready to invest in crypto again. Oh, here we go, man. This is good, though, you know. So you click on that, and it doesn't even take you to the article, right? That's crazy. Anyway, guys, it's been an hour and a half. Went over tons of coins. The market is good. The U.S. dollar will destroy you. It is a currency that is made to enslave you. Remember, BNB coin is going to start to pump as well because people are going to want to stake it for the Bella token. I would advise you to start stacking some BNB coin. I'm going to say that at the end of this video, of course, but just something to think about. Put it on your radar. And yeah, BNB coin won't hurt you. It'll only help. Everyone uses it. Everyone uses the trade on Binance. You kind of need some BNB tokens, so put that on your radar as well. I like KuCoin shares too. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life.